here we go live with this event. The activity is amongst us. Reflex. What are we seeing? What is going on?
Here we go. Normally when you roll out, they would throw in a ball up here and potentially hope that they would we try to see some exchanges here, try to get some people up close to each other. IVG gets a pick on Demerger, and TDEC gets a pick on Liquidator. TDEC gets also a pick on IVG, so already we see TDEC fragging out here. Everyone K hitting engine, so that'll be a 3v3 for both sides here. Pretty equal, as you can see. A lot of base dominated kind of by Team Crazy, as TDEC will be taken down by Agra. So that'll be a 3v2 right now, as Team Crazy are trying to reap whatever they can here. Marky goes down, and it's just absolute dominance, taken down by Russian Man, takes down Gamer Trick, and that'll be a 1-0. It's the first one to reach 4 points, by the way, everybody. So now we only need 3 more points for HysK. Yeah.
I think that was a fairly even, level-headed fight that took place. Both teams were moving more or less in unison, staying on their own sides of the fence, making sure that they moved in a way that was benefiting themselves rather than any one player going out and trying to be a hero. Staying with your team, fighting with your team seems to be an effective strat.
Absolutely. IVG going down to the Gamer Trick, though, as more exchanges happen. Marky takes down Russian Man, and now he's just going to wait a bit more. TDEC picks up the multi-ball, but unfortunately misses a lot of his shots here. But there goes Liquidator, takes down one of the players' engine, and now there's just more players down, and one by one here from Team HysK. Team Crazy might actually pick it up, Boston Ballers, and
everything to play for here.
Can Liquidator clutch anything?
Numbers absolutely like in their advantage. You're completely correct. There was no chance they had ever pulling that back. Although for a very short period, it really did seem like Crazy were on their way out. Yes, they have. They've definitely clutched that point, evening it up at 1-1.
Absolutely. Now here we go. Coolest with the coolest name, and we'll see if they eventually win. It's 1-1, 3 more points for both sides here, as Aggro gets taken down by Gamer Trick from the Boston Ballers. You see kind of a passive kind of hold from Team HysK. They're kind of keeping it easy here, as Marky hops in, takes down the Russian Man, and now we're just waiting to see what happens here. TDEC gets taken down, IVG and Liquidator gets taken down. Now it's just Ever1K all alone yet again with the strength power up, just waiting, hopefully not getting taken down, and it does actually get taken down by Marky, leaving it to be a 2-1 for the Boston Ballers.
These players, they're definitely used to going out there and making aggressive plays, but quite often they find themselves alone, unsupported by the rest of their teammates, and it really just takes one level-headed moment of coordination by superior numbers to take down an aggressive player that hasn't got the support of their teammates. It is so obviously the case that they need to stick together.
Yeah, absolutely. But TDEC, he gets taken down by Ever1K, as TDEC was just walking all alone, gets caught in an alleyway, gets shot down, as we lose 2 more players, Russian Man and Liquidator. That'll be 3 more players, but Agra is, as a matter of fact, AFK at spawn, so that leaves them at 2 players left for Team HysK. That'll be a 2v3, as we see some exchanges happening. Engine and Ever1K confronting each other. IVG does take down Marky, though. That'll be a 2v2. Engine versus Demenger. They're just hiding somewhere down in a corner. So
it looks like they're not aware that Agra is actually hiding or is AFK. They see the numbers and they think they're being dominated by the numbers. So now they're a little bit hesitant. They're not moving forward with the same force they had before. Although Ever has been caught out between the 2 of them, pincered as it were, between 2 superior foes. IVG left on their own. Agra being, oh my goodness me, IVG takes down Demenger. And now it seemingly is a 1v1, although if Agra is able to come back in, there will be clutch moments having hidden in spawn for such a long time. What can IVG do on their own? IVG takes down Engine! Oh my god, hero of the day! Dominating, taking sheer power to numbers and coming out a god. As we see another donation.
Them. Donation by Eister. Thank you so much, Eister, for the donation. Thank you very much. Much love to you, Eister. We really appreciate what you've done for us here at Fortress Faceoffs, and you can keep donating, everybody. Just check out the links in the chat. IVG does take down Gamer Trick though as we proceed on to the 5th round here, 2-2, so 2 more wins for both sides and one of them win here, but it looks looking very good for HysK here as there are 2 players left for Team Boston Ballers. Now they're just fighting for their dear life here, Boston Ballers.
Marky absolutely out of place, out-domained, outdone by the rest of this team. Everyone charging in at the final player, left on their own, trapped inside a spawn area. No way they were going to get out of that one alive. Although it does seem like a bit of a hollow victory, given that their last victim was trapped in their own little domain.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of greeted for that AFK kill there, but now it seems like they're lacking one player, and we'll be pausing, everybody. It's, you know, we call it Pauselander for a reason, because we're not playing Highlander at all. Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's inappropriate.
What if the players
to call it
crashed?
Pauselander? Would it be Pause League? Major Pause League. I'm not sure. It's got the same
Major
ring to it.
Pause Mayhem. Major Pause Mayhem. Major Pause Mayhem.
That's what it is.
NPM.
NPM. So welcome back to NPM Übercharged. where we have unpaused, major
And we're
pause,
back, though.
unpause. It is back. We have a full quota of team players.
Nice shot by Gamer Trick, taking down Agra, TF2 taking down Liquidator, and IVG taking down Marky. That's a 4v3 as we speak right now for Team Boston Ballers. Now they can potentially bring it back here as TF2 gets a nice snipe on IVG. Engine taking down Russian Man. That's a 1v4, and eventually Boston Ballers will be sweeping house in a double match point here for both sides. If one of these sides win, they'll be bringing home the map here, and basically will be leading the official and one step closer to the 3rd place medal.
We are so close to something really massive happening here. Both teams fighting their little hearts out here to become the dominant foes. Agra once again hiding in spawn. I think it's a tactic now. I don't think he's hiding. I think this is just a thing they do now, waiting for the last possible moment to come out. Demanga takes the first hit. Agra follows it up. And once again, we see a numbers game being played out. Agra on their own, trying to rush up against 2-3 players. Takes one out, Engine down. Agra, can they continue to dominate in this world? No, they cannot. Marky gets a ball into their face. And once more, we see a complete and utter destructive wipe taking place. One team dominance. They've taken their while to get ready, and now that they're in the full throw of things, we're seeing what their metal is really worth. And as it fires, we are moving. The teams, they're attacking, they're starting. There's no time to chill and relax. As here we go.
Nice shot though by Ever1K, taking down Gamer Trick. And there goes one more player down for Team Boston Ballers. Marky goes down by Liquidator. Now that'll be a 5v3. That is something Team Boston Ballers did not want to wish, but they've completely surrounded Ever1K. They want to take him down, but Ever1K takes down Engine as a result of that. And his whole squad pulls up. He takes down TF2. IVG backs him up, taking down the Merger, and that'll be a 1v3. 1. But oh my god, guys, we have a big donation by Knusperfrosch. $100, everybody, by Knusperfrosch. With the message, let's slay some scouts for a good cause. Shout outs to you, Knusperfrosch, so much. Thank you so much. Shouting out his Steam as well, but I don't know if you want me to share that as well, Crunchy Knusperfrosch, but that's up to you.
That's a giveaway too.
Oh, that's for a giveaway. My bad. Knusperfrosch, thank you so much for the $100 donation as we proceed to the next round.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I'm gonna squeak some down. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely necessary.
Yeah, indeed. As the round has commenced here, we're currently at a 2v3. A lot of picks happening. A very quick round. Liquidator takes down Marky. That'll be a 2v2, evening the playing field. But everyone case just takes down Tidek while at it. Gamer Trick fighting all alone to fend for himself and his big balls. It can go everywhere. He's using that to his advantage. He's in this place, just bouncing all the balls everywhere. Gamer Trick goes down though, and that'll be a 2-0 for Team HysK. Thank you so much, Floating Fish, for the water redeem.
Ooh, thank you. Yes, indeed, Everett does seem to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with. Definitely one of the sort of champions of this gameplay. They've been pulling off trick after trick. Their name should be Evertrick, not Everrick. They've missed a Rick with that one, or Trick. Anyway, carrying on. We see these teams pushing out again for the mid domination. Everick going behind, trying to make a sneaky play here. Gets nothing and dies for the effort.
Indeed, and that will be a 4v3, 4v2 as a matter of fact. This Marky Gamer Trick do go down. Now it's 4v1. Now it's up to TDEC. The carry from previous games, unfortunately though, does go down by IVG, and that's a 3-0. If HysK wins this one, that'll be a map for them, and it'll be a map point for the next round here. So really, Team Boston Ballers need to bring it back here, because this is not something they would want to experience right now after winning the first map.
It's got to be a bit disappointing for them as well. They definitely took that first map to absolutely the closest possible conclusion, and this one they seem to be getting absolutely dominated in. I can only guess this wasn't their choice for a map. Otherwise, this has just got to be appalling.
Indeed, as it's a 3v4 right now, and it's looking kind of bad now for Team Boston Ballers. They really need to bring something back here, otherwise they might as well just say goodbye. But that is maybe a pick they might need. Liquidator going down to the Marky ball. Now we gotta just keep fighting here. Oh, but unfortunately Agra gets a pick on Engine, and that'll be a 1v3. Can Marky clutch it up? He's only the third fragger, not really much of a top fragger. Unfortunately, he's just running, trying to save whatever he can here, but he's getting confronted by the Russian man with the berserk ability. He can just hit him here and he basically wins, but Mark is dodging as much as he can. And multi-ball by Agra. How are they not hitting anything on Marky here, as Marky just jumps around like a rabbit here? They are trying to get some capture, and it seems like Russian man will eventually hit Marky, and that'll be a map for Team HysK. And now it's map point for both sides here as we go on to the decider. Whoever wins this map will be winning the third place in total here. So if you're rooting for any of these teams, we just gotta wait and see what happens here now, as the Boston Ballers versus HysK will be commencing right now on this map that me and Agro have never commentated on before.
Well, indeed, but that's never stopped us in the past, and we're absolutely capable of commentating on a small paper bag, and this map gives us a lot more to talk about than bags ever will. For indeed, the team starting underneath, eventually emerging into brightness, ever 1K up on those rooftops, as these players fighting in small confines in great open areas.
Indeed, as it's a 4v1 right now up against HysK. Russian man needs to clutch it up here as he gets a nice explosive ball on TDEC here. Yeah, but unfortunately it's not an AoE on multiple players. He's getting surrounded though, Russian man. He's gonna try to hide, do something to not try to die here, but the point is about to be available to capture. But unfortunately Gamer Trick lands a shot on him, and that'll be a 1-0 for Team Boston Ballers.
Indeed it is. He was fighting 1v3 for quite a long time there, perhaps even mirroring Marquis' madness in that last map. That was a valiant effort to try and pull it back, but sadly the numbers game won, and we see them resetting and pulling out again. Gamer Trick having a bit of a moment where they went in a completely different direction. Is this a strat? Are they doing a thing? We don't know.
Team flank. Nah, but you see two players in the basement for Team HysK, and it seems going at the top floor here as just bats are being exchanged left, right, and center. Aggro getting taken down by Derminger. As a matter of fact, IVG being taken down by Marquis. That is two less players for Team HysK. Guess Boston Ballers have seriously picked up their pace here. Takes down two more players. That's just the Russian man all alone yet again. That gets sniped by TF2 with the taunt, and that'll be a 2-0 once again.
Indeed, I'm starting to wonder whether the last map we saw was a bit of a fluke, or otherwise it was a map that had been concentrated, focused on by HysK to the point of absolute domination. And now we see these two players seeing what they can do in an environment they're perhaps a little bit less used to. They're exploring, they're running around, they're being crazy, and they're doing interesting things. I'm following Marquis at the moment. They know that there is a power-up to be had, and they're very keen to head towards it, but right now they have nothing. They've got to wait for these balls to respawn, and something that hasn't been mentioned so far is that there's normal respawn rates for balls. They don't just get an infinite supply. Marquis takes
unless
that.
You have the,
well, sorry,
unless
yes.
you have the multi-ball. Yeah, sorry. TF2 all alone, the 1 against 2. Now he's got to clutch it up here against Liquidator and IVG, but it seems like Liquidator will be landing that nice shot, leaving it to be it'll be a new dub for Team HysK, for eventually be bringing it back up against Team Ballers here. 2-1. 2 more to win for Team Ballers, 3 more to win for Team HysK.
Yes, HysK has themselves a couple of, more than a couple. They've got 3 seemingly, 3 randos joining them, and it seems they're getting themselves sort of pseudo-organized and actually fighting back. Ballers no longer the dominant force they were just a few moments ago, and here they are fighting at the midpoint. They're all out in the open air. It seems to me a massive fight taking place. Liquidator gets Marquis down, being a dominant force before, seems to create an opening, but now it's labeled up a little bit. 3 versus 3, all to play for.
Gamer Trick hitting some absolute beast shots, getting 2 people at once, catching them both off guard as they move. That's a 3v2 as HysK is struggling to gather whatever they can here, as majority of the players are just surrounding one by one here, but now it seems like they've kind of escaped. Now they're just back on the drawing board here. What does HysK want to do about bringing it back? They do try to go for some cheeky pot shots here, try to get whatever elimination they can here, but it seems like Ingen tried jumping Russian man, but unfortunately failed at that. No picks yet for both sides, as we're just waiting and seeing whoever will be eliminated next here, as Gamer Trick does get an assassination on Russian man. Balls being exchanged left, right, and center. No kills as of yet, though. But point is being capped by Demenger. Nice shot. Oh, that goes a double kill right there. Engine and Gamer Trick taking down both players from Team HysK, and that'll be a 3-1 match point. If Team Boston Ballers wins here, they will the bronze medal right here, right now. Indeed,
it seems to be the way. Look, I've said it before, but these two teams are apparently very evenly matched when it comes right down to the wire. They know what they're fighting for, and they're prepared to put in the effort to achieve their goals. Teams now all out in the open. They're having this opening volley, as it were, last time. Engine gets the first and even the second kill. That is the field opening up for them. Although a pincer action taking place again, Teams have eliminated one or two other players. Now we see the craziness that we saw in the last round. 2 versus 3. Can something be done? I don't know.
Who knows? 3-2, and that's one player down. Now it's even playing field. Can HysK bring it around as they get another pick on Gamer Trick? Engine has to clutch it up if he wants his team to win right here, right now. Get all the glory with the bronze medal, the chocolate medal right here, as he's just hiding in some corner right now. They're looking for him. Everybody tries to go for a pot shot, but unfortunately does not hit anything. Point is being capped though by Team HysK. Engine coming in from a flank here, but unfortunately misses. It's still a 2v1. Cap pressure is going up as Russian-Man is just trying his best to get the pressure up, and IVG eventually gets Engine 3-2, but still a match point for Team Boston Ballers.
Absolutely, yes, you're absolutely correct there, and I think the idea of having a midpoint be capable is part of the intrinsic policy within any arena map. And of course, if you're having a team member hiding away and not really committing to the fight, having the ability to stop capturing the point, you can win through captures. It doesn't have to be through team domination. It's a great strat to force players out into the open. Speaking of being out into the open, here we are again, Reflex. Another mid.
Absolutely, another mid, another me. But more is at stake here since Team Boston Ballers do want to win this here. Bring it right back as they lose one player to carry. Gamer Trick does go down and Marky goes down. Russian-Man though gets taken down by TF2. It's winnable still for Team Boston Ballers as they try to gather up whatever resources they have left to potentially win it once again. This is a 3 versus 4 player advantage here, but nice flank by Engine, taking down everyone. Getting caught off guard. That's another down, 3-2. Now they gotta clutch it up. Team HysK here, 2 players left against 3 people. Now they just gotta try to get one cheeky shot. IVG just barely misses, and now Team Boston Ballers will add some pressure to the point. IVG tries to stop it, but unfortunately misses. And IVG does go down to the Deminger. That'll be a 3v1. Liquidator has to clutch it up.
Good luck, Liquidator. Not entirely certain they're going to be able to do this on their own, but they're definitely having a good try of it. Very much aware that they have got teams
They're
and
kind of
players
C9ing,
dropping.
but the point is being capped. It's just about to be capped, and they win by just capping the point. Liquidator leaves instantly, and that will be a bronze medal for Team Boston Ballers. Congratulations, Boston Ballers, making it straight to the semifinals, unfortunately being knocked out by one of the grand finalists, and now they fortunately do win a bronze medal here at the Fortress Faceoffs. Major League Mayhem Übercharged tournament here, the European brackets. So congratulations, Boston Ballers.